Hello everyone, welcome back to my little channel. I'm Busy from Germany and today I'd like to dive into a very fascinating book with you. This is The History of Barbie Collecting and Other Barbie Intrigue by Bob Young. If you are interested in the history of Barbie collecting, the culture and the mysteries surrounding this hobby, this book is a book you want to read. This book is a treasure trove of information. Bob Young explores the evolution of Barbie collecting from its early days in the late 70s up to its rise as a beloved hobby for people of all ages. It's not a timeline. It dives into the cultural shifts and the intrigue that makes Barbie such an iconic figure. What I love about this book is the historical aspect he gives you and the amount of photos he shows from all the convention he attended, and it's something like a bond you learn about the ones who started the collecting hobby as persons, and they have written books, but you never knew the history behind the books. Why did they write the books? And that's what he explains in this book. I love it because I have never heard or read of it before, and it's never been published before, and that's what makes this book super interesting to me, because you get a lot of background information that you don't get from other books.
One section really stood out to me, and I'd like to show you a little bit of this now. This is how the early conventions looked like, and we also learn about the Mattel designers and the employees. Some of them joined the Barbie convention every year since its beginning in the late 70s, and as a normal Barbie buyer, you don't know about them in the background and the magic they did in the past decades. So I was super curious to see some of the designers in this book. I have heard from some, but I did not all of them. All are not shown here because some are already dead, but here's a good portion of the Barbie designers from the Barbie collecting craze in the late 70s when it all started. And you see the early conventions in this book, which is also a very nice topic because I have never seen them. I have never attended a big one in the United States. We also have smaller ones here in Europe, but they are only for one day and not over a weekend or longer, and we don't do dining and the other stuff. We only buy and sell dolls. And another highlight that I have seen a lot of people in this book whose names I know because I have them in my Facebook friends list, and I have never talked with them about their collecting history, and boom, I saw them in the book and I was super surprised to see them there. So big surprise in this way. So I also appreciated the way the book balances being informative and fun. And even if you're not a hardcore collector, it's an enjoyable read. No classical book, but it's different. It has a lot of segments and topics to read about.
So who would I recommend this book to? I would recommend it to Barbie collectors of all levels who are interested in reading and learning, from the casual fans to the serious enthusiasts. But even if you're interested in cultural history or unique hobbies, this book offers something special. To sum this book up, I'd like to give you some pros and cons about this book from my personal opinion. I would say you get great information about Barbie collecting history. You learn really a lot that you have never read anywhere before. You get a lot of great pictures, you get to know a lot of these personalities from the Barbie collector scene from the early years that you have never heard of as a normal collector when you're living in Europe. I think that's great. And you get the details why some of the dolls suddenly changed their names, but you learn also about the modern dolls if you're more into modern dolls like the fashionistas. And I would say a con is the price. It was around 60 euros when I bought it, but in my opinion it's worth the money. It comes with 350 pages. That's a lot to read and look at, but I think it's worth the price in my opinion. If you love Barbie and you're into Barbie collecting, the book The History of Barbie Collecting and Other Barbie Intrigue is definitely the book for you. Tell me in the comments, have you thought about buying this book? Do you want to buy it in the next month? Have you bought other Barbie books in the past? Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to learn about your reading habits. Thanks for watching. See you very, very soon. And don't forget to share, like and subscribe here. See you very, very soon. Your Busy Bee from Germany. Bye! Hello everyone! Welcome back to the channel. I'm Busy Bee from Germany, and today I'd like to dive into a fascinating book with you. It's the History of Barbie Collecting and Other Intrigue by Bob Young. If you